Hello, happy summer solstice! Namaste. Welcome to your summer solstice yoga practice. So I know in the summertime it's nice outside, it feels great. You want to get out and go hiking or biking and do all those fun activities, but make sure you're also helping your muscles to relax and stretch out as well. So I really like to pair a yoga practice and an Epsom salt aromatherapy bath. So if you want to, you can head to one of the shops where I sell this in Calgary and surrounding Calgary. Message me if you want to know where those are, or head over to my Etsy page for my lovely bath soak. Okay, let's get into our yoga practice. You only need your yoga mat. If you prefer to use some blocks as well, please do. Drink lots of water throughout the practice and take any rest whenever you need it. Let's get started. So we're going to begin at the top of our yoga mats with a sun salutation. Stretch your arms out, take a nice big breath in, maybe take a little back bend. As you breathe out, hinge from your hips, dive down. Halfway lift to a flat back as you breathe in. Imagine you have a glass of water on top of your back. You don't want it to spill. Engage your core, extend the crown of your head forward, tailbone back. Weight is grounded in both of your feet. Breathe out, lower yourself down, let your head be heavy, shake it no, nod it yes, maybe sway side to side a few times. Good, now ground your hands down into your mat, step your right foot back, lower your right knee down, runner's lunge. Reach your arms up overhead, glide your hips forward and down, take a nice big breath in, extend through fingertips. As you breathe out, set your hands down onto your mat. You might come back to a modified plank on your knees or a high plank on your feet. Shift your weight forward. Engage your core, engage your glutes, strong through your entire body. Squeeze elbows into your ribs. As you breathe out, you lower yourself down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Take a nice big breath in. Open your heart. Exhale to downward facing dog. You can pedal out your feet a few times in down dog if you'd like. Let your head be heavy, soften your jaw. Reach your right foot up, take a nice big breath in. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Lower your back knee down. Take your runner's lunge once again. Extend your fingertips, nice big stretch. On your breath out, plant your hands down. Curl your back toes under, lift up your back knee. Step up to your standing forward fold at the top of your mat. Halfway lift to that flat back, strong core. Fold on your breath out. Rise all the way up, big stretch up. Maybe you take a little back bend, and then draw your hands to heart center. Full breath in, full breath out. Let's do that one more time. Reach up, stretch up, maybe take the back bend, dive right down. Halfway lift as you breathe in, fold as you breathe out. Step your left foot back, runner's lunge. Stretch your fingertips up, full breath in. As you breathe out, send your hands down to your mat. Come back into your modified plank or your full plank. Shift your weight forward, engage your glutes, engage your core. Everything is strong. You're pressing that yoga mat away from you. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to an up dog or a cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. As you breathe in, you're going to lift your left foot up towards the ceiling. As you breathe out, step left foot in between your hands. Lower your back knee down. Runner's lunge. Stretch up. Nice big breath in. Fill your lungs. Exhale, hands down to your mat. Curl back toes under. Lift up your back knee. Step up to your standing forward fold. Halfway lift on the breath in. Fold over your legs as you breathe out. Okay, set your hands down either on your blocks or your mat and start to pedal out your legs here. Bending one knee and then the other. Going side to side. Now you're going to bend your right knee, keep your left leg straight. Walk your right hand underneath your face, either on your block or your mat. And now twist your body towards the left side of the room. You can reach your left hand up or place it on your low back. Gaze can be down on your mat, towards the side of the room, or up towards the ceiling. Take some deep breaths here. And release over your legs. Good job. Other side. Bend your left knee, straighten right leg. Left hand underneath your face, twist towards right side of the room. Right hand will come to your low back or reach your hand up. Find the point you want to keep your gaze steady on and take your deep breaths. Good, release. Now rise all the way up, roll up to standing, stack each vertebrae on top of the next. Head is the very last thing to come up. You're going to sweep your arms up overhead, maybe take the back bend, and draw your hands to heart center. Take a full breath in, full breath out. Step right foot back, come into your warrior one stance. Reach arms up overhead. Full breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Straighten your leg, front leg. Good. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, hands to heart center. Straighten your front leg. 3 more, just like that. Breathe in. Breathe out. Open to the love and lightness of summer and drawing it into your heart. Breathe in the warmth of light and sunshine. Draw it inward. 1 more. You can visualize that glowing sunshine streaming down through your fingertips and you're drawing it into your heart. Beautiful. Pyramid pose, hinge from your hips, fold over that front leg. You can step this back foot in slightly if that's more comfortable for you. Bring hands down onto blocks or onto your mat. Shift left hip back, right hip forward. Release your forehead towards your knee. Take some deep breaths here. Careful that you don't hyperextend your knees or lock them here. There should still be a little micro bend in them. Okay, revolved pyramid. Walk your right hand to the center of your mat. Twist your belly button towards the left. Reach your left hand up or bring it to your low back. Breathe in and out. Next, exhale, bring your hand down to your mat. Rise up. Draw hands to heart center. Without thinking about it too much, we're going to take a big step forward, tree pose. Go straight into it. Good job. So foot is down on your mat, below your knee, or all the way above your knee. Just never pressing on your knee. Now open up your tree branches if you'd like. Hands stay at heart center. Or you can reverse the prayer position behind your back, like so. Find your focal point. Keep your gaze steady on it. Take a nice big breath in. Full breath out. Turn your knee towards the front of the room. Kick back, warrior 3. Hands can stay at prayer. Reach behind you or reach in front of you. Touch the ball of your foot down, crescent lunge, reach your arms up overhead. Open up, warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Straighten your front leg, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Bump those hips back. Roll that bottom hip underneath your top hip. You should feel a nice stretch. 1 long line from top fingers all the way down to your bottom fingers. Good. Stack your shoulders. Make sure you're not hyperextending or locking those knees. Press down through the soles of your feet. Use your core to rise back up. Good. Turn your toes towards the corners of your mat. So now you're open to the side. Goddess squat. Reach up. Breathe in. Exhale. Cactus your arms. Breathe in and out. Like you're gliding up and down a wall behind you. Beautiful. Hold. Good job. Think about sending your knees back in space. We're just going to open and close. Open, close. hold, rise up, turn your front toes towards the top of your mat, warrior two, windmill your hands down to frame your foot, step back to plank, chaturanga, up dog or cobra, downward facing dog. Look to the top of your mat, walk, step, or hop your feet up. Find your standing forward fold at the top of your mat. Halfway lift as you breathe in, fold as you breathe out. Roll all the way up, big stretch up at the top. Draw your hands into heart center. Good job. Step your left foot back now. Find your warrior one. Reach your arms up. Draw hands to prayer. Straighten your front leg. Breathe in to warrior. Breathe out as you draw your hands to heart center. Once again, working with that visualization of drawing all the light and goodness of summer into you, and then pulling it into your heart center. 2 more, just like that. Beautiful. Moving into pyramid pose. If you need to, you can step this back foot in slightly. Hinge from your hips, fold over your front leg. Hands down to blocks at your mat. Release your forehead towards your knee. Shift right hip back, left hip forward. Deep breaths here, enjoying the stretch in your legs. And let's start to move into revolved pyramid. So walk left hand to the middle of your mat. Twist your belly button towards the right side of the room. Reach your right hand up or bring it to your low back. You get to pick. And then you find the point you want to keep your gaze on. Beautiful. Slowly bring your hand down. Press down through the soles of your feet. Use your core to rise up. And without thinking too much about it, come straight into your tree pose. All right, you find the hand position that you enjoy. So maybe you're reaching your tree branches up. Maybe you're finding the reverse prayer or prayer in front of your heart. You choose. Think about sinking your tree roots down through the earth. You're grounded, you're growing, you're open. Turn your left knee towards the front of the room. Kick back, find your warrior three. Step back into that crescent lunge. Swivel open, warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Good, so you're right away finding that solid foundation in triangle pose. Stacking your hips, stacking your shoulders, grounding through both of your feet. All right, use your core to lift yourself up. Turning to the side of your mat, toes pointing to the corners of your mat, we sit down into goddess. Rise on the breath in, goddess on the breath out. 3, 2, 1. Hold goddess. See if you can lift your right heel up and lower. Left heel up and lower. Both heels up. See if you can stack those heels above your toes. Keep your core strong. Keep your gaze steady. Holding and breathing. Sink a little lower into your legs for 3, 2, 1. Melt your heels down. Rise up. Turn front toes to the top of your mat. Warrior two. Windmill your hands down to frame your foot. Step back to plank. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Oh, way to go. All right, lift your right foot up towards the ceiling. Take a big breath in. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Lower left knee down. Shift back to half splits. So your half splits, you're keeping your hip stacked over top of your supporting knee. If this is hard on your knees, you can place some cushioning underneath your knee or fold your mat over and tuck it underneath your knee so you have that extra cushioning there. So again, just like in our pyramid pose, you're going to think about shifting right hip back, left hip forward. Hinge from your hips to fold over your leg, and then release your forehead down. Hands can be on blocks or your mat. You can walk your hands in or further out, whichever you prefer. You could even walk your hands behind you if you'd like. We're working on those deep breaths here. Close your eyes if you'd like. Focusing on the stretch. Slowly lift yourself up. Bend into that front knee, runner's lunge. Press down into your left hand. Twist belly button towards your right thigh. Reach your right hand up. Now from here, you can stay here or start to bend that back knee. Catch your foot behind you. Should feel a nice stretch in the front of your hip flexor here. Ensuring that you're not directly on your kneecap. Again, find that cushioning if it's uncomfortable, but you should really be on the fleshy part just above your kneecap. If you're directly on your kneecap, that'll feel quite uncomfortable, so you need to readjust, or maybe use a strap to help you bring your foot in instead of catching it with your hand. All right, slowly release now. Try not to slingshot your foot back. Coming back with control. Slide right foot back to meet left. Come back into downward facing dog. Lift left foot up, take a big breath in. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands, lower right knee down, and come back into your half splits. Hinging from the hips, you shift left hip back, right hip forward this time. Release your forehead towards your knee. Deep breaths here. All right, start to walk your hands forward, bending into that front knee. Press into right hand, twist belly button towards left thigh, reach your left hand up. Option to stay here, option to start to bend that back knee and catch your foot behind you. Just being mindful of how this feels on your knee. Take the padding if you need to. Use a strap instead if you need to. Always listen to those signals from your body. It's very important that you listen so that it doesn't turn into pain. All right, slowly release. Bringing your hand back down, foot back down with control. Slide right foot back to meet left. We'll meet in a cross-leg position. All right, placing one hand over your heart center, the other over your belly. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Close your eyes if you'd like. Start to feel the crown of your head lifting towards the sky. Sit bones sinking down into the earth. You're grounded, you're rooted, and you're open to receive all the light of summer. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you so much for practicing yoga with me. Be sure to like this video if you did enjoy it and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me anytime. Also, check out the link that I posted below for my Etsy shop. Bye!